over to the network.
All right, yeah, 'cause I gotta be quiet about that. More we trying to civilize the white women.
Crazy.
That's crazy. I don't be dealing with none of that nonsense. And that,
You better not. You better not. You
ain't
better
that worry
not.
about me. I won't be talking about no Allah, Islam, all that old shit. Fuck out of here.
Then I be seeing you talking Habibi, come to Dubai.
You won't hear me tell you that shit. Ever. That should have cut off. That should have worse cut off Christianity. Shit, that shit worse than Christianity.
It is. The Arabic bullshit. Yeah, it is. The Indian. Is it the Indian or the?
The Muslim shit. That shit worse than Christianity. Oh, the Hindu. Yeah, the Hindu's crazy. Got 1,000 gods. Everybody got an elephant god, a monkey god, Bigfoot toe god.
Indoctrination is so bad. Indoctrination is so bad, you guys. I remember there was a time my stepmom made us wear like Indians. See the way Indians wear these long clothes and these baggy clothes. Oh my god. Indoctrination is so bad. She used to think that is so cool, that is respectful, when you're coming in front of your father or when you're walking in front of people, that is okay. But in real sense, she was trying to imitate. She was making us imitate the Indian culture by making us dress it. Me and my sister,
Crazy.
Because she got. Oh god.
Because of a kooky Christian, but now you want just like an Indian. You think they got no sense? None about African. That's what we were talking about yesterday with Campbell. African does everything but African. Everything but somebody else but African. Crazy.
It is insane. It's really insane.
Absolutely insane. Exactly. Absolutely insane. Look at me. I'm insane. It's sharp. Insane in the membrane. I'm insane. Got no brain. That's an old rap song, Joby.
No, don't try to rap, please. Let me share the link with the family very quickly. Today we shall be having a very disturbing conversation. It's very disturbing to me, actually. When I was reading these articles, it's crazy.
Did it make you insane in the membrane?
Mine, don't even ask me again why I have headaches. I know why I have headaches right now. I understand why. I understand why my headaches are coming from. Because of everything you just get to figure out every day.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane. Yeah, let's wait for everyone to come in. For those who are in the chat, karibuni sana. So the Blackout Fire Network Media for the 21st Century. This is the show. We see 8 people in here.
Karibu sana. Sante sana.
When I say Karibu, you're supposed to say Asante. Even Katie asked you, when will you ever learn? Then you come here bragging. Now you come here bragging. I'm the teacher.
I know, you guys are always so jealous. Like,
oh no.
It's not a good look that you guys be jealous of my Swahili.
We're good. We should have we should have Vince I am in the building because he knows Swahili way better than you. Shout out to him. And I think we have another guy, what's it called? I can't remember his name, from New Zealand. He knows Swahili also. Yeah. There's no Swahili. I can't remember his name. But yes. Danny Harrison, karibu sana. Hope you guys are doing amazing. For those who are with us on the chat, welcome to the Africa Today show on the Blackout Fire Network Media for the 21st Century. My name is Joby. For the first time listeners and viewers, I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear, straight up from wherever you are streaming with us from. And of course, we got Keith Newsome, Mr. Blackout Fire in the building as well. Welcome and enjoy today's amazing episode. We're here for a few minutes, then we shall be switching over to the network, getting into some real discussion, some disturbing discussion. Maybe to me it is disturbing, for you it is a normal thing that has happened 50 years back ago. Like you say, Africa is way behind with information and knowledge. I don't know, but it's quite crazy. Karibu sana Keith. Where are you right now?
I'm in southern Georgia, almost in Florida. Southern Georgia. I'm just
You
not
heading
past.
home?
Hell yeah! I'm gonna get them shit tomorrow. Just past the city where they killed Ahmed Arbery at, over in what's it called? What's the name of the city? I just passed the damn. I forgot. I just passed the shit.
Anyway, you let us know. Karibu sana. I say Danny, you're saying that insane in the brain. Cypress Hill, whatever that means. Yeah, but it is crazy.
That's the name of the group. That's the name of the group, Joby. Cypress Hill. Insane in the membrane.
That's a
Got
song.
no brain. I'm insane. Yes, Joby. It's a rap song. I just said it's a rap song.
I mean, you
Insane in
guys
the membrane.
just sit down and write any types of lyrics. Insane in the membrane, you know.
I didn't write the song. It ain't my song, Joby.
You sing it, so you know it.
You said things are insane, so I just said insane in the membrane. I didn't even like the damn group. I didn't even like that group. Insane in the membrane. Got no brain. I'm insane.
Okay,
There's a bunch of copycat Mexicans and one token Negro in the group. I never liked that damn group. So got no brain. I don't like people imitating culture vulturing, Joby. That's just me. That's why I'm not an Eminem fan. I don't like people culture vulturing. So some cats culture vulturing back in the day, talking about they're insane, got no brain. I only sung it because you said something was insane and it triggered the song in my head, Joby.
I get you. I get what you're saying. Danny is asking, which interstate are you on?
I'm on 95. I'm on 95 right now, Dan. I'm on 95, Dan. I'm on 95 right now. I passed. What's the name of that town? What's the name of that town? I just passed. That boy got shot at. They killed him. But Joby just pulled up last week. I met Army when they stopped him and blew him away in the streets. I just passed that Georgia town. I forgot the name of the damn town. Damn, just passed the damn thing.
The boy was shot for knocking on the door, or?
No, not the one knocking the door. The one who was just jogging through town. Remember you showed him? He went to the vacant house and looked around and left out, didn't take anything, and start jogging down the street. And they chased him.
Yeah.
And they shot him in the street.
Let me see. The guy.
Nah, Dan, it's south of Savannah. It's about an hour south of Savannah. Right in the town. That just passed it. It's an hour south of Savannah. Damn. Can't believe I can't remember the damn town.
Hamoud Haberi. It was Hamoud Haberi, right?
Yeah, Ahmed Arbery. Yeah, that's him.
South Georgia.
Yeah, South Georgia. But what's the name of the town?
Oh, the town. Let me see.
Yeah, that's where I meant South Georgia. That's where I meant South Georgia. I said Southern Georgia, but I forgot the name of that town. Shit. Don't worry about it. I think it was what's the name of that damn town? That's crazy. Went through that motherfucker.
Travis Michael.
I just went through that damn town. But whatever, that's where I'm by. Shit.
I'm not seeing
anything. Brunswick. Yeah, Brunswick. That's the name of New Brunswick. That's it. Yeah, Brunswick, Georgia. Not New Brunswick, just Brunswick. Yeah, Brunswick, Georgia. That's the name
Brunswick.
of it.
Yeah, Brunswick. Yeah.
Yeah, Brunswick.
Outside of Brunswick.
Yeah, Brunswick, Georgia. That's it.
Yeah. So it's. Yeah, but karibuni sana family. We shall be here for a few minutes. But before we get into the network, I'd love to talk about a few things before we get into the real matters and just keep highlighting on this shooting. I want to take us back to the killing of Tyree Nichols. You remember this is something we discussed a couple months ago, the killing of Tyree Nichols.
Yeah, by the Memphis police. Where you at, Judge Joe? Why you ain't the mayor? You better start locking these vicious Negroes up just killing people
Mm-hmm.
willy nilly. I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So actually, what is the investigations went on? Of course, the investigation has been going on, and right now the conclusions have been concluded that Tyree Nichols had legal amount of alcohol in his blood when beaten by Memphis police, and we know that
So
is
it
a
was
lie.
legal. But was it legal? Or was it illegal? Is it legal?
Legal. They're saying legal
Oh, so
amount of alcohol.
oh no, that's good. It's legal. It wasn't illegal. He wasn't drunk then. It was
Mm-hmm.
see it'd be bad if he was illegal. It was a legal amount. He wasn't drunk. Then they can't say he was all drunk and messed up. Remember they said, oh, he's all fucked up and high. Then that's a lie. He
Mm-hmm.
had the legal amount of alcohol. It means he wasn't drunk, Joe. It means it was
Mm-hmm.
legal. It wasn't
So
illegal.
what if they're lying? He was still not even having that little amount of legal amount of alcohol. But they're saying that an autopsy showed Tyree Nichols had legal amount of alcohol and trace amount of marijuana in his blood when Memphis police beat the black man to death after a traffic stop in
See,
January.
so it
And
wasn't
the
much.
evidence.
Trace
Mm-hmm,
amounts means it wasn't much. Trace amounts is little.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they're saying that Nichols' death provoked widespread outrage after police video showed officers beating and kicking Nichols at 29 as he cried out for his mother near his family's home in Tennis. And five police officers, all black, have been charged with second-degree murder. And the autopsy also found Nichols died from blunt force of trauma, and the manner of the death was homicide. According to the statement of the Nichols family attorney and Ben Crump
And
and
what
Antonio.
and what you see there is self-hate. That these
Mm-hmm,
black men, that's the self-hate. Globally, you see this. What white
mm-hmm,
supremacists does. You don't see this other black man as a brother. You murder him in cold blood, beat him to death. You can't. That's why I have no sympathy. When they get you in jail, just like Big G said,
mm-hmm.
when they get you niggas in jail, oh God help you. Oh God help. What they gonna put you Negroes in general population, and you won't survive. You
Mm-hmm.
won't survive.
But they did have a white cop on it. They did have one white cop
Yeah,
on that
but
scenario.
they ain't prosecute his ass. They better get his ass too. Exactly.
Yep,
Better
he
get his
has gone
ass too.
scot free. He has not been charged, and I bumped into this video. He
Wow,
has
he's
not
not
been
been
charged. For
charged. Of
him, he's
course.
walking scot free.
He
Mm-hmm. He's
he's the
gone
white
scot
man.
free.
I'm the white man,
Mm-hmm.
Joby.
The white supremacy, of course.
Attorney will not charge the cop involved in Tyree Nichols' stop. How could this be?
Because he's
Well,
white.
we'll tell you, ex-Memphis police officer Purnell's fight his involvement in the traffic stop that led to the death of Tyree Nichols will face no criminal charges. That's according to the Memphis Police Department. He faced termination for several violations, including using a taser. Isn't that
See, all
right?
they did was fire him, but they didn't charge him. He's gonna go to another city.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they do. They transfer him. Next time he'll be popping up in another city somewhere somewhere in the country. He'll be someplace else. That's what they do. They get the transfer. Say, were you involved in the killing of that Negro? I sure was. Welcome aboard. Welcome. Welcome aboard. We're here to hire you.
Dude. Nichols, 29, black man, brutally assaulted after he was pulled over January 7th for alleged reckless driving. He died 3 days later. Shelby County DA Steve Mulroy explained in an update Tuesday why criminal charges against former officer Preston Hemphill were not warranted. Shelby County, Tennessee District Attorney Steve Mulroy says, by no means do we endorse the conduct of Officer Hemphill at the first traffic stop, but we do not believe criminal charges are appropriate. He continues, Hemphill was at the scene of the traffic stop, but was never present at the later scene where Nichols was seen on video being punched and struck with a baton. Mulroy said Tuesday that in reviews and analysis of body cam video, Hemphill appeared to be trying to deploy the stun gun because he saw Nichols was not fleeing towards the neighborhood, but was in fact heading towards an open car door of a police cruiser. Okay. DA Mulroy also added that he consulted with the Nichols family, their attorney, Ben Crump, who said they both supported the decision to not press charges. He read a family statement from Attorney Crump on behalf of the family that said, "We understand that this individual has been fully cooperating with the investigation and has promised to provide substantial cooperation going forward. In light of this, we are supportive of no charges for this individual. It is
Of course, he's the white man, and we're trying to get the bag.
Justice will be.
We're trying to get the bag. That's what that means. We don't want white people to be mad and try to stop us from getting our money from the city. So, damn, he's already dead. I can't bring him back. And he's in the arms of Jesus. So, let's try to get this bag, nigga."
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, that's right.
And that all who had a role to play in this senseless tragedy will be held accountable. So the DA needs to get corn cob out of his mouth. It's what Crump said, right, Ben? That's really what's going on here. Not warranted. The chart, we analyzed the body cam foot. None of that's it. Stop. The reason there are no charges here is because this ex-cop has decided to tell on the others, cooperate fully. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I think that is definitely part of it, and that's the the analytical calculus when it comes to putting that case together that makes them decide. That
for me, simple terms is white. To just stop at that, he's white. That's why he was not charged with murder. You've seen the rest of the five of them. The five black officers have been charged with the second degree of murder. But for him, like Keith said, is gonna be transferred. And I'm not actually shocked with this, because I used to ask myself, growing up, I've seen some cops who have been counted actually with multiple innocent murders. And I've seen that where I've grown up. But these people, I used to ask myself, why is it that this guy just gets to walk scot-free? I mean, is it because he's just a police officer? Apparently, there's a system that has not just only been set up for the white supremacy, but for the people who really work, should I say, for the deep state. So long as you're able to do any dirty work, you can just, I don't know, because you're just in this system which is super dirty, you're willing to walk scot-free. It's not supposed to work the same in Africa like that, because we're dealing with the African to African type of, it's an African police officer shooting on the African people right here. Then we see them being changed, literally they just transferred to another police station in a different county. That is what I've seen here growing now. But this one, it's crazy. I understand the white supremacy rules the rest of the world, but it's still not clear why these people have to walk scot-free when it comes to murder. Why is it that the black cops only have to be charged with the second degree of murder, but for him, the only thing is going to happen is going to be transferred, and there's some excuses in between. Using a taser is one way of violence. Beating up people, because in that video you can remember how shitty it was, them beating up on him, strangling him, whatever they were doing. It's crazy. It's super, super insane. And it is so sad to see that this is what we have to deal with. The black people have to deal with in the US every single day. And I kind of agree that is self-hate, because this is not the first time. I used to ask myself, like, every time I've bumped into such kind of videos of black officers attacking the black people, one of the questions I'm always asking myself, like, why do you do that? But apparently, he just said it. It's self-hate. And this self-hate where you have to be a boot-licking coon for you to do harm to your fellow black people.
Exactly.
because you hate yourself and you want to fit in.
That's what we're talking about with Katie's show today. When the people in Rwanda don't accept you back, it's you're not African. Remember, it's the self-hate. They won't say that to Chinese people or white people coming to the continent or Indians or Arabs. They only do it to black people because African people have been taught self-hate through slavery and colonialism. You hate what you see in the mirror. So when you hate that, you can easily brutalize people that look like you. You disrespect and brutalize people that look like you. It's psychological. I told you, Not only did they destroy you with slavery and colonialism, they destroyed the African's mind. And the African hasn't got control of their minds again, loving who they are. Especially in America, you're dealing with the self-hate to be part of their wicked ass system. You're going to have to hate your people. Everybody knows in America the worst of the worst cops are the black ones. They are the worst because they feel like they got to prove their brutality in front of the white cops. They got to prove themselves that they're just as brutal as white people.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. It is so crazy. I think that makes sense to me right now because I think you've had me asking most of the times, why is it that the black cops cannot really stand for the black people? They have to be against the black people instead of being the one protecting them, because you're supposed to be understanding the history of what you're dealing with.
Because the system's not controlled. Because the system's not controlled by black people, and black people don't play their salads. They don't care. It's they know the system is white. It's a white supremacist system. So you know that growing up. So you know what the system demands of you. The system demands of you to be more brutal to black people. Everybody knows that even when they come to America, even the immigrants, everybody knows you must be to fit into this society, you must be wicked and evil to black people. That's how the system is set up.
It is such a shame. It is such a shame. Actually, I think at this point is where I'll defend Africa at some point, because like Stephen, is it Steve Avery? Is it called Steve Avery or whatever his name is?
Yeah, Steve Harvey, coon ass.
Y'all
won't get pulled over and get shot in the face.
Exactly.
I'm over here.
When you come to Africa, it's quite different. I mean, it's not like we don't have those brutal police officers. We do have those who actually are careless. Trust me, we have them, and those who actually they are working hand in hand with these politicians. That's why it is so hard for them to be literally summoned. It is so hard for them to be justified or to be called criminals and everything. They was scot-free. Like we see with the white supremacy bullshit, they get transferred and all that. But we know it's not that brutal, it's not that really that brutal in our face.
It's not as good because it's still exactly because the system from top to bottom is not really white control like it is on the ground here in America. Exactly right.
And even if you hear about
ain't nobody just pulling you over and blowing off your damn. You stopping and blowing your head off.
Nobody. They just want chai. They just want you to give them
$15.
$1. They don't even ask for much. Just $1.
It's what they bribe. Right.
Or $1, and you just go your way. They ask you if you got your driving license, if your car is, if you got everything that is supposed for you to be on the, on the lane of driving. That's all they check. They just pull you over for nothing. And in case you don't have it, if you don't work with your driving license, you just give them $1, $2. They're good to go. And you not literally become friends with them if you not even find yourself in any wrong path, because once you become friends with them, you are on the safer side. It's not really that brutal with us. And if you hear someone being shot, it's a shock to us. That's why you see most of the people end up gathering, like we're almost thousands of us, like gathering up on one body to see what is happening. And it is also because I was seeing like another video, and I was asking myself, which kind of law is this that has been set up in? Literally, I don't know if it's all over the world. There's a video I was watching of this guy was explaining how a friend of his was shot, and he was shot from behind, but the bullet didn't come from in front. The bullet literally stuck somewhere in the brain, and the head was swelling and everything. But these people could not help this guy. They had to watch him die, because according to the law, you can't touch him until the police officers come. And I'm like, you have to watch someone die and they are in pain, because he was saying that this guy was like, he felt like he would pull out the bullet because it was disturbing him. It took him 4 hours to die before the police officers could remove his body there. People are gathered up. It is literally a culture shock. That is literally, for me, it's a culture shock. Hearing gunshots. The first time I had gunshots, trust me, I was shocked to death. I was like, what's going on? And I saw it happen. And I was like, wow. I was washing utensils, and it was so like I was our sink was somewhere in the window. I could see, like, I'm washing the dishes, and the window is so transparent to where the incident is happening. And I was like, what? This just happened? This just did not happen in front of my, like, it's such a trigger shock. It's such a culture shock. I can't explain it. That's why sometimes when you hear these things in America, manze, I'd had my African people, learn your enemies, learn who you're going to deal with, because man, this shit is brutal. Can you imagine you going there, you thinking that it's like a normal day, like the way you wake up in Africa, you can talk to each other anyhow. You go try approaching a white person because you've been given, like that lady said, we've not been taught the real resistance, or what there is the resistance. We've been told about the heroes and everything, who are not literally the heroes, who are literally our oppressors. When you go there and you face the brutality, you're like now shocked. And when you see a gun in your face, because I relate with the movie I was watching, the Dear White People, the gun on your face, you're all shocked. You're like, what is this? Because that's what you think now. It's a death shit. You know, even your mind cannot even think twice of you running. You're shocked. For me as an African person, if I'm to see that, I'm gonna be shocked. Like, what's going on? Like, you really mean you wanna shoot me? You wanna shoot me? I think I'd just faint. I'd just faint. Like, I don't know. It would just be crazy. But hey, man, it's crazy. If you can come back to Africa, man, stop listening to the cap of what people are telling you about Africa. Africa is good. Africa is good. I had Katie's show, but still I believe Africa is good. Africa is really, really, really amazing. Africa is amazing. And here, you don't have to wake up in trouble every day. You don't have to wake up being worried, being black. Literally, you don't have to be worried being black. That's the thing. And like Katie said, actually, it should not even bother you when you come here and you're light-skinned. Someone calling you a mzungu, it should shock you. Take it actually, just assume it. Because for them, even to them, leave alone even you actually not know, knowing you're not a mzungu. To them, they know you're not a mzungu. They know the real mzungu. Africans are not that stupid. They know the difference between an African person who is light-skinned and a mzungu. It's just that the light-skinned people are considered to be, special and everything, and all that. But anyway, we have a few minutes. We have 3 minutes to switch over to the network family. That's why we shall be having the show. Big Cheese, I see in the building, say that this won't stop until they force these animals to respect us. Or just go ahead and unlive us all. And this is unfortunate situation we're forced with, my belief. Well, I hope we're not going to be forced to be literally... I hope we don't get to that point. We have to be forced to be unalive, I hope it doesn't get to that particular point, so that they go or we deal with them. It's either they just... Personally, I wish everything that they do to literally make it work against us, including the biolabs and everything that they're creating to deal with us as African, to wipe us out. I always ask, I wish it can turn against them and affect all of them and wipe all of them, I wish it can just blow up and wipe all of them without touching anyone black. Literally, I just wish for that. But for African people, I see us waking up every day. We're still way behind, but we're waking up, Big Cheese. But karibu sana. Jibajaba, welcome back. You're saying lunchtime. Karibu sana, welcome back again. Just when you're saying that when the cash stops, when the cash stops, whenever it does, how are they going to pay Fox families digital currency from policies killing? Well, I think it has been explaining this a lot of times. Everyone is going to be tired, and everyone is going to be against them, because you can't command people if you don't pay them. You can't tell people go operate in this particular place without paying them. So everything is gonna collapse, and I don't think there's anyone, who's gonna be operating according to their rules. And Jabo is saying that yes, Joby, the legal term is qualified immunity, because you are working for the state, no accountability.
You're immune. Like if I blow your head off, you're immune. I'm immune.
You're saying that. You're saying that black cop will always show out in front of a white cop. Why? Come on, what's up? Why do you need to show off?
What's up? It's called white supremacy, Joe. We mean, what's up? Man, you don't ever want a black cop when he's got a white cop around. You about to get fucked up. I'm telling you, Joe. You about to get fucked up. They are the worst. They are the worst boot-licking, handkerchief head coons there are, Joe. They are the worst. Because they gotta prove Joby, that they are down for the enslavement and the brutality of your people.
Mm-hmm.
They got to be proven. They got to prove themselves that they can be just as vicious and ruthless as white people. And so they go over the top. They go over the top, Joby, to prove themselves.
Boot licking. That's all. That's the simple term. Boot licker. Simple as that. Nothing else. Nothing more. But in Africa, funny shit. If I try do that, actually for me, because I think this is something I've seen in my adulthood right now, and since I came to learn more about the white people, I've said this a couple of times. Personally, I've not grown up with that, despite being in a family where I've been told that you need to be with a white person, white people like skin colors like you, blah, 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 and all that. Still, in Africa, personally, I'm considered as, you see the way you're saying that for them, they have to show out in front of the white people. For
you know
me,
what? That's why Temple would tell you the same thing. It's the same thing in South Africa. Mm-hmm. They got the same thing in South Africa. The black cops in front of the white cops there. They tell you, guys, you probably can pull that up on YouTube. It's going to say South Africans say that the black cops are more brutal to them in front of their white colleagues. But you find a whole bunch of goddamn videos in South Africa talking that. Yeah, prove that they're more brutal to black people.
For me, I'm saying that in Africa, personally, I'd be considered abnormal, because when I say don't like white people, most people ask me why. Why, Joby, don't you like white people? White people would admire being with a girl like you. White people, this and this and this. So for me, I'm considered abnormal, and I'm used to that.
I know, but remember that video you sent me? Somebody sent me on TikTok when the guy said all Africans are like that, Joby. And then they go to Europe and they realize that the people don't like them. Say, why don't you tell us the truth that these people don't like us? That was a Ghanaian guy. He was all mad on TikTok. Why don't you tell us the damn truth? We get there, we told these people are missionaries, they love us, and all this old shit. We get there, they don't like us. Why don't you tell us the truth? He was all mad. Man, tell African people the damn truth. So you're not grown up with the truth. It's like you shared the video today in the morning with that lady. You're grown up with lies with the educational system, Joby. You're grown up with lies, so of course you're not gonna know. You're growing up with nothing but lies. So
let me share this. Switch over. Let me share this. This is crazy. This is.
So you found one. I knew. How did I know? How did I know you was gonna find one in South Africa? I knew you was gonna find one. I knew.
Is police arresting a Mozambique driver in Davidson.
I just typed black brutal South African cops, just like that.
A town to the east of Johannesburg. As very often happens in this situation, as police sort of start to engage with the man, a large crowd gathers. It looks like it's in a sort of marketplace or something like that, perhaps during rush hour, busy time. The man in question, apparently his minibus taxi. Minibus taxis here are used by sort of almost a third of the population to commute to work. Is blocking
it's
traffic.
Worse in front of their white colleagues, Joby. It's worse in front of the white people. They do it. They got to prove themselves.
His mobile phone footage, so it's not great quality, but it looks like he's put in handcuffs. There's a sort of cut, and then it goes to.
You guys see clearly the video, or is it me? You see clearly, right?
Yeah, we see it. I see it.
Looks like that from the footage. I spoke earlier on to Jeremy Gordon, who's the publisher of the Daily Sun. He said that they're very confident that this video is an accurate video. He says they have two versions of the same incident from two different cell phones. He says they're expecting to get a third. And he says, quite frankly, it's shocking to see so many police officers as a group behaving with such impunity. He says, if you look carefully at the footage, you can see that the officers are being directed by a constable. He says, the bully in chief, who is effectively telling them how to treat this,
white guy. Exactly.
This man
the white guy. They've been told by the white guy. Exactly. They've been told by the white guy how to fuck these niggas up. That's what you do to them. You understand, Joby? You live in any system where you got a bunch of white people, these Negroes, since our minds have been captured, Joby, they're going to act worse to their own people. And the white people are going to be behind it. That's how white supremacy works, where you get your own, you get the other race of people that you are oppressing to join in with the abuse and the oppression, Joby. That's how it works.
It's insane.
To drive away with him sort of with his back to the van and his arms up above his head attached to the van, his legs on the ground being pulled along behind it. Initially, the two police officers are walking behind him, sort of lifting up his legs, but the van then sort of accelerates and he's dropped and dragged for what I understand was about half a kilometre. What's really worrying is in this footage, there are probably about 8 police officers in uniform standing watching this or directly.
And people, let me tell you, people are the problem, okay? F the police
That's
officers.
true.
Look at the majority. Look at those number of people. They're standing
They're
there.
scared.
You have
They're
outnumbered
scared,
the police
Joby.
officers.
They're
You're
scared,
of what?
Joby. They're scared, Joby. They're
Man,
scared,
I don't
Joby.
think I'm scared of anything at this point in life, man. I'm ready to face anything.
You are the warrior
Right.
queen. They're not. They're scared, Joby. They're scared, Joby.
You guys switch over to the network, okay? I don't want to get mad or anything, but you can tell those people have outnumbered 5, 8, 10 police officers over 150 people standing there watching.
They're scared, Joby. And there's a white man there, Joby. There's a white man there, Joby. They're scared. There's a white man telling them to beat that nigga up. Cause psychological control, Joby. Our minds have been shattered.
I swear on my life, better never, ever a white man cross me. I swear.
Hey, that's not saying here. Put the link again inside the damn chat room. Let's go over to the network and say what you'll do. Let's wait. Let's go over to the network first. God damn it. Let's go to the network. We'll get a white man number, peace and love and a bunch of flowers. Here you go, white man. Here go your flowers. That's what we'll do. We'll decide something different on the damn network.
Oh my god. I can't imagine that being my husband. Let me get the number.
Your South African husband getting hit in the head. Yeah, yes. Not in front of my wife, please. She's my new beauty, my new Kenyan wife. You shut up, nigga. Whack it. Back of the head. Get your ass. Why don't you guys help us? There's a white man. Don't you see? It's because maybe do like they did that other Kenyan who was in South Africa. It's because of you, lady. Stop trying to fight the white man. Because of you.
I'm gonna be so wealthy and I'm gonna get myself a gun. Okay? A gun.
Let's say it on the network. I'm going to network, y'all. Let's go to the network and say all that.
Yes. Switch over to the network family. There is the link. Kindly click on the link in case you have not joined us through the live stream or through the network. Kindly click that link over there. We're going to the network. Let us get real over there because this behavior, it's getting me here. I'm on chokehold right now. I'm on a choke mode right now. Okay, so kindly switch over to the network. Let me end this one.